The Werewolf Hunter is pretty fabulous. This is the 13th episode of the first season of the Rugrats reboot, and pretty much everybody, babies and adults, are going off to this creepy Halloween party, and something is happening to the adults. They seem to be disappearing, there's a mystery surrounding it. It was pretty awesome. But the main story focuses on Tommy and the babies trying to help Angelica after they think she's turning into a werewolf. And it's a pretty fun story. I love Halloween. I love animations that do Halloween. Some of my favorite Rugrats episodes from the original series are the Halloween ones, and I have to say they've really outdone themselves with this episode with the costume designs. I won't go into too much detail about what the characters are dressed as. You will be able to see some in the thumbnail, but they look amazing. The babies, the adults, everybody just, it's so fun to see all of the costume designs. It's very creative, really thoroughly enjoyed it, and absolutely had a lot of fun with it. The only slight issue I have is that Drew tells Angelica this is Tommy's first Halloween, but I thought Tommy was 1 year old. If he's one, that means he's had at least one Halloween. So I don't know if he's meant to be younger than one in the reboot, or if that was just a complete oversight. But I guess it's his first Halloween where he's going to be aware of what's going on at the very least. And what is going on is an absolute delight. It's a lot of fun, beautifully animated, very spooky. I absolutely adored it. I don't want to give away too much about the specifics of the episode because obviously I thoroughly recommend it. But for me, the narrative was fine, the pacing was good, it developed well, I enjoyed it. But for me, the delight is with the animation, the costumes, the spooky atmosphere, the pumpkins, the lights. It almost seemed quite foggy as well, which I really liked. I think the color palette is absolutely perfect. So for me, this was a delight. We also have the return of a certain toy from the classic series, one of Stu's inventions that was pretty creepy. I'm sure you know which toy I mean, but I won't spoil it just in case. This is also a double parter. It takes up the whole of the 13th episode, and I'm totally okay with that. I think as well it needed to. It didn't take too long to actually develop. Sometimes with the reboot, or in the original series rather, a lot of the two-parters would take pretty much the full first part just to set the scene, but that's not the case here. This one actually gets to the point immediately and still manages to sustain itself for the duration of the two parts, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if The Werewolf Hunter is my favourite episode of the reboot so far. It might be, but either way, I adored it. It's spectacular, the animation is fabulous, and it's a really fun story.